Good morning, all. Hope you are able to hear me.
Yes, Naveen.
Okay. So last session, out of after definition and assignment, we have started with our company code global parameters. And in that, the first step we have done chart of accounts. Chart of accounts consists of 4 different steps, as I said. So we discussed how definition of chart of accounts, right? What do you mean by chart of accounts? How many methods we can create chart of accounts? What do you mean by 1:n methodology? And what do you mean by 1:1 methodology? And we discussed about what is the different types of chart of accounts, what is operational chart of accounts, what is country specific chart of account, clear? And after that, we have, after creation of chart of accounts, we have assigned this particular, we are following, as I said that, we are following, I'll show here. Yeah. Right, we discussed about operational chart of accounts, group chart of accounts, and country specific chart of accounts, correct? And we have a different methodologies in creation of chart of accounts. One is 1:1 methodology, and another one is 1:1 methodology. We discussed what do you mean by 1:n methodology. Who all are can follow? Majority companies, most of the companies will follow their methodology of chart of account is 1:n methodology, clear? And what would be the maximum digits? Somebody is asked how many digits we can give for GL accounts and account groups. In the sense, here maximum we can give 10 digits, clear? But lesser than normally they will go with 5 or 6 digits or 8 digits, okay, as per their accounting transaction requirement. And normally we will go with across the globe, majority companies will take in the same way. I'm taking this liability series, I'm taking as in one series we have taken for balance sheet accounts. Okay, assets we have taken 2 series, and incomes 3 series, and expenses 4 series. So more or less 90% companies in real time also follow the similar this thing, clear? And after that, okay, we have assigned our chart of accounts to different company codes, whatever, and we discussed what do you mean by an accounting group. Under accounting group, we entered into what we call manual accounting, academic accounting. We discussed what do you mean by grouping and what do you mean by marshalling, the important. And we discussed what do you mean by current assets, what do you mean by current liabilities, right? How the balance sheets, how many types of balance sheets can be prepared, why, how, what kind of balance sheet the companies will prepare, and what kind of balance sheets non-companies will prepare, right? By looking at balance sheet, we need to, our mind should trigger what kind of balance sheet is this? Is it a company balance sheet or a non-company balance sheet, right? So that is nothing but orders, how they are preparing the order of assets, liabilities, and the other side, right? That we discussed in the last session. And a retained earnings account. What do you mean by retained earnings? About carry forward balances, clear, from your income statement to your position statement. Whatever left out balance will be there in the position, sorry, in the financial statement, income statement, that will be carry forward to your positional balance sheet. So that we discussed. This account is reserved P&L account. Whatever balance, we will call it as a reserved letter as an X, and we assign an account liability of 1,10,000. 1,10,000 we have assigned. So till here we discussed. Any questions in this? Okay.
It's clear from my end.
Any other? So defined chart of accounts, right? And after that, first, second step, assign chart of account to company code, OB62 transaction code. The next, define account groups, OBD4 transaction code. Next one, we have decided liabilities, we have defined one series, again reiterating, assets 2, revenues 3, and expenses 4. Okay. The next, last step, we have defined a retained earnings account. Okay, 1,10,000 we reserve for retained earnings account. It is a carry forward activity. Okay, next we'll discuss about put a heading as a fiscal year variant. Second step. Second step. So we have done with the chart of accounts. 4 steps in this. Now for company code global parameters, physical variant. And again, I'm reminding you in real time interviews, most of the questions in FI model, they are going to ask from chart of accounts and fiscal year variant. Most of the questions. So make it as a 3-star mark for this fiscal year variant. This to chart of accounts and fiscal year variant. So what is a fiscal year variant? Okay. Okay. What is fiscal year? Okay. What is fiscal year is nothing but normally we call in general, we call it as a financial year. Okay. In SAP, we call financial year as a fiscal year. Okay. Financial year is a normal accounting terminology and fiscal year is a SAP terminology. Okay. What is a financial year, current financial year for our India? So normally
April 24 March.
April to March. Okay. So in this, the first period, it starts from, I'll write it as a 01, sorry. 01 April 2023 to 31st March 2024. 31st March 2023. So here we will write it as a fiscal year will become 2023 to 2024. Correct? 2023 to, okay, this is one financial year. And few countries follows. 1st Jan to 2023, 2023, 31st December. If I take 2024, December 2024. Clear? 31st, and here it will take it as a financial year 2024. Okay, or else if you take 2023, so when we write it as an Indian financial year, we will call it as in 2023-2024. Why? Some months are covered in 2023 year and few months are covered in 2024. So that is the reason Indian financial year, whenever we'll write a balance sheet of so-and-so as on 31st March, whatever, 2024. So, but whenever we are presenting, we will call it as in 2023-2024. Means what does it mean? It's a 2023, few months are there in 2023 and few months are there in existent 2024. But when it comes to Jan to December, then we will have only 1 year. Clear? If the same in SAP, okay, in SAP, we need to maintain normal periods and special periods. What I do? Okay, so here we need to maintain normal periods and special periods. Okay, so here what do you mean by period actually? Period in general we call it as a month. Okay, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. So in SAP we call it as a periods. 1 month is considered as in one period. Okay. Next month is considered as in second period or whatever it is. So period is nothing but month. So in SAP, it consists of 12 normal periods, and maximum 4 special periods. I'll tell you why special periods. Okay. So here, normal periods 0, 1. Normal period starts with 0, 1 and ends with 12. Okay. And whereas special period starts with 13 and ends with 16. So this is maximum 4 extra periods we can have. Means 4 extra months we can have. Clear? Normal periods means normal 0, 1 to 12. Starts with April and ends with March. So what is the usage of special periods in the sense? Okay. Okay. So first period and 12 periods we are talking. So what is the use of these special periods in the sense? Once we close the books of accounts on 31st March, clear? So many adjustment entries need to be posted. And after completion of once we close our books of accounts, then what we will do, we will hand over our books of accounts to auditors. Clear? So what auditors will do, when we hand over the books to auditors will check each and every entry. So in that, they will found some missing entries, they will found some wrong entries, right? Like that, whatever entries they found, okay, after closing of books, right? Those entries need to be adjusted in the special periods. Clear?
So Naveen, I have a question here. Like, we
Please.
also can open P12 and post the adjustment entries.
Sorry.
I mean, like after closing also, I mean, like with the approvals and all, we can still open the P12 and post the year-end entries or something, some entries
See,
which
that
are related to adjustment and all.
we can open in the sense I didn't get you. See, as per your approvals, if it's some entry need to be adjusted in period 13. Okay, you found, see, as I said, I'm saying, you are doing some sort of audit. Your auditors, external or internal auditors are doing audit. So they found April month, they found few missing entries in between these periods, right? Then that entry will be posted in 13th month. What is the date they will take? They will take it as an year end date. Whatever adjustment entries they are posting, then they will take it as an 31st March date. Okay, if your fiscal year starts from 1st April to 31st March, then they will post the entries, okay, on 31st March date. And period will be taken, whatever period, if you are posting, if you found out, auditor has found in the month of April, nothing but 13th period, then the period will be taken as 13. Clear? So we can understand, okay, this is 13th period, wherever you see 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, then what does it mean? If entry exists on 13th period or 14th period or 15th period or 16th period, okay, then what does it indicate? It indicates that it's not a normal entry, okay, which is not posted in the normal period, that they are recorded after closing of the books. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Any questions?
So I have a question here, Naveen. So when we will be generating the financial statements, so we will include the period 13, right? In that-
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. See, some companies, again, see, it's not mandatory that you need to have a 4 special periods. So it's a differ from company to company, client to client. So they want, see, if my transactions are way less, then I'll open only 1 special period. I don't want 4
Okay.
periods. So auditor can do all the checking and verification and everything in 1 period only. If my transactions are little more, then they will go for 14th period.
Okay.
Okay, it's again, but maximum how many periods we can have? Special periods?
4.
4 periods. Okay, probably whatever client you are serving, probably they may have only 2 special periods. We can't say that, we are not supposed to say that okay, SAP is providing 4 special periods, so you can have a mandatory 4 special. No, it's an optional. So 1 period, special period, and maximum 4.
Okay. So mainly it depends upon the client
Exactly. Depends
flexibility.
upon their volume of transactions, depend upon their requirement. Clear. But 1 period, definitely they will open special period. It's a mandate. Clear? Because after closing of the books of accounts only, the auditor, if we will submit to auditors. Any questions? So it's nothing but you can write it as an audit adjustment entries in special periods. Any questions here? Okay, here it starts with April month, April, March. So in SAP, we call it as a 2023 fiscal year only. Understood? Here we call it as in 2023 to 2024 financial year. But in SAP, we call it as a 2023 fiscal year only. Even though here most of the months are like a few months are following in 2024, but still we call it as a 2023 fiscal year only. Okay. Yeah. So here also same thing we will have. Normal periods. Special periods. Okay. So same thing here, it will follow. Normal period starts from 1st Jan, and ends with normal periods ends with December. And special period. Okay. Oh, sorry. Zero, 1 and 12, 13, 16. So here it starts with January and ends with December. And fiscal year is considered as on same 2023. Okay. Understood what is the purpose of special periods in SAP? Yes.
Yes, Navin.
Yes. Thus will be given to a few users only actually. In again, company to company, client to client, it's a different. This particular special periods posting will be given to only few users in company, majority in other companies. It's again client to client, it's a different. Company to company, it's a different. Okay. So here, what are the standard I have created? What are the you can see here. See here, standard SAP variants. These are SAP standard variants. Write it down. V3. V3 is the standard. SAP has provided standard fiscal year variant. What do you mean by variant? Variant is nothing but normally we will call it as a COVID variant. Correct? What do you mean by exactly variant? Variant is nothing but different features will be collected and combined under one particular area or one particular thing, then that is considered as a variant. Clear? Whatever different attributes are there, that will be merged or clubbed and kept under one particular head. Okay, that head we call it as a variant. So one medicine for different issues kind of thing. So here also SAP has provided standard fiscal year variants, right? So a standard variant. So the user, as a consultant, we can use that variant and we can give it to our client. See here, write it down this one, V3. V3 is nothing but SAP standard variant, which is nothing but April to March fiscal year plus 4 special periods. Write down this. These are standard variants, which I have mentioned here. V3, April to March plus 4 special periods. Okay, next one. V6, July to June. July to June plus 4 special periods, right? V9, October to September. Say different countries, different. In India only, Rajasthan, majority like a few local domestic business community will use different fiscal years. But at the end, at the time of submission of income tax or whatever it is, they need to follow April to March only. Clear? Next one, K4, Jan to December. Write it down, this one. Write down this. Once you run, let me know. V3, April to March with 4 special periods. Okay, V6, July to June plus 4 special periods. V9, October to September. September, 4 special periods. And K4, Jan to December plus 4 special periods. Okay, so what I am doing here, I am creating a variant. So already what I'm doing, instead of giving the same variant name, V3, I'm copying V3 variant name. I'm copying V3 variant name and I'm giving my own variant name called LV. L is nothing but my company is Lahari. V stands for variant. Understood? So LV, I'm creating it. V is nothing but V3. The first V I'm taking here, and L is nothing but Lahari, my company name or company code name. And this LV variant, that is nothing but April to March. So I need not to define, just I'll copy, then whatever attributes are there, all the attributes will copy from V3 variant to LV. Okay, it will create additional variant. Okay, and I will copy this variant, integrate to my other company codes, whatever company codes I'm having, LI01, LI02, and LU01. Clear? My corporate company is in India. So initially, I want to use for all the company codes April to March. But when it comes to new GL accounting, when we enter into new GL accounting, that is new GL accounting is more of reporting. We will come to know that more of reporting. So at that particular point of time, we will create one more variant because LU01 is US company code, correct? And LI01 and LI02 are Indian company codes. So for LI01 and LI02, okay, LI01 and LI02, in new GL accounting, we are going to use April to March only, but LU01, we are going to use Jan to December. Okay, for corporate reporting, we are going to use V3, that is nothing but April to March for all the company code, all the company codes. But for different reports we are going to see. For example, what are the reports we are going to see? We are going to see local GAAP reporting, that is Indian GAAP reporting. Next one, we are going to see IFRS reporting. The next we are going to see US GAAP reporting. Clear? In new GL accounting, as I said, that new GL accounting we are using now. So in new GL accounting, we are going to use different reporting. Out of that, I am taking 3 different reportings. Majorly, every country will do the same. Local GAAP reporting is nothing but your company code reporting. Company, where is your company code? Where is your company corporate office? So that local company reporting we are going to prepare. Next one, IFRS, because I am going to deal with the different countries buying and selling, right, of goods and services. Then I have to follow international financial standards. So for that particular, to submit the report, now my business is in India, but I am doing businesses from European countries, Australia, clear, Canada, other countries. Then I have, whenever I want to have a credit, I want to purchase some material credit from Canada or Australia or Singapore, then I need to submit my report. What report? If I submit my local GAAP reporting, they won't accept. Clear? If I submit my US GAAP reporting, they won't accept. What is international financial reporting standards we need to submit? IFRS reporting. Clear? So that is globally accepted reporting. Next one, for that, I will prepare local GAAP reporting, second reporting, IFRS reporting, right? And next one, my company companies exist in US also. So I need to fulfill US legal requirements also. Clear? For that particular purpose, we are going to create US GAAP reporting also. So for example, my company is also there in Singapore. Then we need to prepare one more reporting. For example, LI01 and LI02 are Indian company codes, and LU01 is US company code, and one more company code is there in Singapore. Okay, so what are the reporting I need to prepare? Local GAAP reporting for India, right? Next one, IFRS reporting for international standard. Next one, US GAAP reporting for US company code, and a Singapore local GAAP for Singapore country legal requirements. Is that clear? Any questions? Any questions here? Okay, so as of now, we are going to do for this V3. Okay, when we enter into new GL accounting for US GAAP reporting for LU01, we are going to use K4. Fine. Any questions here? Okay, so here we are copying V3 variant and we are creating our own variant called LV. Okay, Lahari, Jan to April to March. And this variant we are going to integrate with all our 3 company codes, LI01, LI02 and LU01. Clear, everyone? Because this is most important topic. So that's the reason I'm insisting. Just write it down. So how this V3 variant is defined by, I'll tell you this. How this V3 variant is defined by SAP. I have already explained over there, but still I'll show you. V3, we know that. What is V3 now? First period.
April to March.
April to March with how many special periods?
4 special.
4 special periods plus 4 special periods. So how it's going to be defined? Okay, month, end date, okay, next one, period, next one. There is a concept called year shift. In interview, they will ask this question only. What is year shift? Okay, year shift. Okay, year shift. Next. Month. Month. Same. End date. Period. Next one, year shift. So this is already defined in V3. So I'm just manually showing you how the year shift will work. So what is my first period? What is my month? First month?
April.
April, right? So 04/2022. Okay. So 2022. Fine. So what is my end date in the month of April? What is the end date?
30th.
30th. Correct. And this is considered as an first period. First period in 01, first period 2022. Okay. Sorry, 2023. 2023. So year shift. Year shift is nothing but what is my fiscal year? What is my fiscal year?
Naveen, I have a question.
2023 to 20.
2023, right?
I have a question here. In month, you have written 04/2022, and
Bit
in
louder,
period,
please. Sorry. Sorry, I have written wrong, sir. I have written wrong. Is this clear?
now clear.
Yeah. So here 2023 minus 2023. What would be the year shift? 2023 minus 2023. Yes. It's a zero, right?
Yes.
So zero. Year shift would be zero. So next one. What is the next month? May month. 2023. How many days in the May month?
31.
31. So next one. This is my which period?
02.
02. 2023. What is my year shift? 2023 minus. So see here, what do you mean by year shift? First of all, I would explain that. How system will see up to December, we will the calendar it shows how which year? From April to December, calendar shows which year?
2023 only.
2023. And again, January 1st. Which year it will show?
24.
And February?
24.
March?
24 only.
So how SAP will understand, as I said, that this is a fiscal year of 2023. Correct. When few months are there in 2024, then how system will understand, SAP will understand this is related to 2023 only. So with this year shift concept, it will understand. I'll show you this now. Okay, second period. Next one. 06. 2023. How many days?
30.
30. So what is the period?
03.
23. Year shift is correct. 2023 minus 2023. Okay. So next, if I take July 2023, 31st. So which period is this? 04, 2023. And year shift? What is the year shift? 2023 minus 0 only, right? Kindly response, please. So now, 7th month, 08 August month, 2023. August is also 31. Fifth period, 05/2023. Year shift. What is the year shift? 0 only, right? So next one.
So till December, year shift will be 0 then.
Correct. Okay, so I'll take now December. No, I'll go with the manual only. 09/2023. Okay, September. 30 days. Sixth period of 2023. So fiscal year 0. Next one, October 2023. 31 days of October. Seventh period of 2023. Year shift would be 0. 11th month, that is November month 2023. 30 days. Year shift, what is the period? 08/08 of 2023. Year shift would be 0. December month 2023. So till here, no problem. System will consist of 2023 only. That is still ninth period. Still ninth period of 2023. Okay. Till here, there is no problem. And here, when it follows, okay. This is 12th December. Okay, January 2024. Now here see, 24. We are in 24. Next one, this is 31. 31. Which period is this? 10th period. 2023. 2020. So here financial year is 2024, but okay, but our physical year is showing 2023. So 2023, okay, minus 2024. 2023 minus 2024. What would be the result? 2023 minus 2024.
-1.
-1. So how SAP will understand in the sense, so it will compare it a physical year with the financial year calendar, whatever it's mentioned. So it will do physical year minus financial year. Then 2024 -1, then it falls as which year? Which year? 2024 -1.
2023,
2023 of which period?
period 10.
10th period. Clear? 2023 of 10th period. The same way here also. Here also next period Feb. Okay. 02 of 2024. 28 days. Okay. 11 2023. So what is the fiscal year shift? What is the year shift here?
-2.
-1. Okay, last month 03 March 2024. Okay, 31st 12th period. 12th period of 2023 -1. Understood? So here special period, how special period will be calculated in the sense? Okay. Okay, this will be taken as an 04 1 second. I'll just move this little bit. This adjustment will take time. Give me a second. Okay, how this will take in the sense? So 04, this will take it as a month. 04, 2024, end date. Sorry, it will take 2023 only. 24. Okay, end date 30th. Okay, it will take, so 12 periods are completed here because it is, okay, 13th period, and it will take a period as an 13th period of 2023. Okay, 2023, and year shift will be -1. Same thing. Zero 05, 2024, 31, 14th period of 2023. So year shift -1. If you are taking 4 special periods, then it will calculate 06, 2024, 30th, 15th period of 2023, year shift would be -1. 07, 2024, okay, 16th period of 2023, -1. Okay. Understood, everyone? Any questions on this?
No, sir.
So
Just write
generally,
it.
year shift will comes into picture when we are dealing with Indian calendar year.
Not on non-calendar year, not on Indian, non-calendar year.
No.
Calendar means Jan to December, correct?
Yes, yes, yeah, got it.
Yeah. And for special periods, even though you are following calendar year, but we have to force special periods in the sense after December, January will be get changed, right?
Yes, for
For that it will
special.
be there. Yeah, for special periods, year shift will be applicable for even the calendar year. But here, year shift will not applicable for calendar year. That is Jan to December. Okay. Other non-calendar years, as I said that July to June, October to September, right? April to March. Okay. Any questions? Just if you want, you can write it down. So the question would be, what is the need of year shift in SAP? Any questions here? Okay, calendar year. How many types of fiscal year? Calendar year and non-calendar year. Okay, calendar year, non-calendar year. Calendar year, Jan to December. So year shift is not required. Non-calendar year shift is required because few months will follow in some year. Okay. What is a calendar year variant here by the SAP provided? K4. Clear? And non-calendar year, there are many. V3 is standard April to March, right? V6 is June to July, July to June, and V9 is for October to September. Okay, write down. One second. Write down fiscal year. Write down. Non-calendar year. Non-calendar year. If we define okay, or else you write it down. Fiscal years are two types. If somebody asks me how many types of fiscal years, first one write down. Calendar year and non-calendar year. Second one. Fiscal years are of two types in SAP. Calendar year or non-calendar year. First one, write down calendar year. Calendar year. Calendar year. Write down. If we define any fiscal year, if we define any fiscal year, starts with January, starts with January, and ends with December, starts with January and ends with December. That fiscal year we can call it as a calendar year or calendar fiscal year. We can call it as a calendar year or calendar fiscal year. Example, K4 variant. K4. Jan to December with 4 special periods. Jan to December with 4 special periods. Okay. Starting with January and ends with December, calendar year. Next one. Non-calendar year. Non-calendar year. If we define any fiscal year, if we define any fiscal year other than Jan to December, that fiscal year we can call it as a non-calendar year. Non-calendar year. Okay. So you can take example as V3, April to March. V3 variant, April, like V6. Okay, V6 variant, that is Jan V6, July to June, plus for special periods. July to June. Anything you can take, plus 4 special periods. Okay, V6, Just you can write one, but I'm giving all V9, October to September. October to September plus 4 special periods. Yeah, just write it down. V3, V6, V9, these are we have many more, but I'm just giving the majority companies follows. Okay, we are going to follow which calendar?
On calendar years.
Okay. Now, non-calendar year, that to V3. That to V3. Okay, understand, right? What do you mean? Next, write it down. One more category. This is another important point. Year dependent / non-year dependent. Write down. Year dependent, non-year dependent. Write down. Year dependent, non-year dependent. Year dependent / non-year dependent. So how you are going to make, question would be year, how you can make out whether the calendar, whatever fiscal year you are year dependent or non-year dependent. Year dependent / non-year dependent.
Naveen, can you please repeat this one once again? How you are going to?
How we are going to make out whether the given variant, fiscal year variant, is a year dependent or non-year dependent. Year dependent or non-year dependent. Okay. So first we will see what is year dependent. Write down year dependent. Year dependent. Write down year dependent. If we define any fiscal year, if we define any fiscal year as year dependent, if we define any fiscal year as year dependent, the periods and end dates, to be maintained, manually every year. Okay.
Naveen, could you please repeat once again?
Sorry.
Portion. Could you please repeat this
Yeah,
portion
sure.
once
Right
again?
down. I'll repeat. Put heading as an again. If we define any fiscal year, I'm repeating, if we define any fiscal year as year dependent, that the periods and end dates, to be maintained manually every year. Okay, periods and end dates to be maintained manually every year. Okay, year dependent. Every year we need to specify what is my period and what is my end date. Clear? Then that is considered as a year dependent. Okay, next one, non-year dependent. non-year dependent. Non-year dependent. Just write it down. Okay. Non-year dependent. Non-year dependent. Write down. If we define any fiscal year, if we define any fiscal year, if we define any fiscal year as non-year dependent, as non-year dependent, as non-year dependent, the periods and end dates, the periods and end dates, the periods and end dates, the periods and end dates will update automatically. The periods and end dates will update automatically based on calendar year. Based on calendar year. Okay, understood these two? Understood these two? Year dependent and non-year dependent. Year dependent, every year manually we need to enter the periods and end dates. Every year we need to enter. But when it comes to non-year dependent, then if we follow non-year dependent, then automatically system will update the periods and end dates automatically based on the calendar, like year shift. According to year shift, it will follow, and it automatically will take whatever calendar year. So in the month of February, we have a 28 days in 1 year, and 1 year we will have a 29 days, right? According to your calendar, system will follow accordingly. So which is the best one? Year dependent or non-year dependent?
Non-year dependent.
So majority, this is majority companies will follow, 99.9% companies, but they will go with non-year dependent. Understood? If we select year dependent, then this particular year we need to define, and next year also it will show blank. Again, we need to manually enter. Clear, everyone? So that is the reason 99.9% companies will follow non-year dependent. Clear?
So Navin,
Yes.
Navin, I have a question here. In case of leap year, the system program is defined in such a way that it will be automatically, identify
Takes the
if
calendar,
it's
system calendar it will take.
Okay.
Clear? Whatever calendar is there, automatically that will be triggered to system calendar. In the system calendar, automatically in the Feb month, if it is 2023, then it will take it as in 28 days. And if it is 2024, then it will take it as in 29 automatically. So manually, we need
Automatically
not to
it will-
define. Yes, we need not to define.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions here? Next one. So one more thing we have here. Short end fiscal year. Short end fiscal year. Write down this also. Short end fiscal year. Last point, this is in the fiscal year. Short end fiscal year. Short end fiscal year. Write up. Short end fiscal year. Below write down. If we define any fiscal year, if we define any fiscal year, if we define any fiscal year less than 12 periods, less than 12 normal periods, if we define any fiscal year less than 12 normal periods, then that fiscal year, then that fiscal year will, that fiscal year we can call it as a shortened fiscal year. We can call it as a shortened fiscal year. Clear? Understood everyone? What do you mean by shortened fiscal year? Means a fiscal year, my company, for example, this is what is the current fiscal year? What is the current fiscal year?
2023,
2020. Starts from when?
April to March.
1st April to
31st March.
31st March. But here I have started my company, that is 2023, 31st March 2023 and ends on 24. But here what I have done is I have started my company in the year 1st September. Okay, even I'm following same April to March only and ends at 31st March. So am I having 12 periods of this particular month?
No,
Do I need to maintain books for 12 months, 12 normal periods?
no,
Yes, right? How many months I need to maintain? September, October, November, December, January, February, March, only 6 months. Clear? So here my period first year starts from 1st September to 31st March. 1st September to 31st March. Correct? Then am I maintaining the books of accounts complete 12 months or only 6 months? Kindly respond, please. Am I maintaining 12 periods or only 6 periods, 6 months?
6 months.
6 months. So for this particular 2023, it is considered as a shortened fiscal year. Okay. Same thing. If you are winding up. So as we know that 1st April, my 1st April to 31st March. So what I am doing is I am winding up my business on 31st of August, winding up. Closing my business, my company. So of 2023. So till when I need to maintain a books? From April, May, June, July, and August. Only 5 months. Understood? Only 5 months I need to show the books. Remaining because my business is not there from September onwards. Okay. Then this type of fiscal year, we call it as a shortened fiscal year. Incorporation of the company, which start mid of the fiscal year, or winding of a company is happening in mid of the fiscal year. Then those companies will not maintain their fiscal year for 12 periods. They will maintain less periods. Then that particular year, we call it as a short end fiscal year. And for this, next month would be 1st April to 31st March. They are maintaining from 1st September to 2023 to 31st March. But next year, again, they will start their books from 1st September or 1st April. Next year.
1st April.
1st April only, right? Here only the startup was started in September. But now in the year 2024, they are going to start with September 24th and 31st March 2025. Understood? Any questions? Start and fiscal year. Yes, sir.
So shortened fiscal year, do we have to define manually the periods or like system automatically?
Yes. First year we need to, because system doesn't know, right? From which you are starting, from
Yes.
which month you are starting.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
But suppose like Naveen, if we have defined a scenario, like if we have defined a normal calendar year, non-calendar year from April to March, and or due to all of uncertainty, the business is getting winded up, and it's getting winding up in within 6 months of its
Okay.
incorporation.
Okay.
Then in that case, like how the system will understand, because we
So
have
we will
already.
close our books, right? We will close our books whatever date we have winding up our business.
Okay.
Clear? We will submit our books of accounts, right?
Yes.
So according to that, the system will understand. So the system will not continue.
Yes.
Clear?
Okay, got it. Yeah, it's clear.
Okay. Okay, write down in other words, example. Write down in other words. Write down. Note, write down a note. Write down a note. NOTE note. Short end fiscal year will be opened. Short end fiscal year will be opened. Short end fiscal year will be opened at the time of at the time of at the time of incorporation of the company, at the time of incorporation of the company, incorporation of the company, incorporation of the company, or winding up of the company, or winding up of the company, winding up of the company in the mid of financial year, in mid of financial year, incorporation or winding up. Okay, in mid of financial year. Understood this point? Yeah. So the thing is, what is fiscal year variant? Year dependent, non-year dependent, calendar year, non-calendar year, short and fiscal year. Okay, we will do the configuration now. Write down under fiscal year variant, step number 1. Step number 1, maintain fiscal year variant or define fiscal year variant. Someone is asking question. Okay, write down. Write down. SPRO. SPRO. Define or okay, define fiscal year variant. SPRO. SAP reference IMG. SAP reference IMG. Financial accounting new. Financial accounting new. Okay. Financial accounting new. Financial accounting global settings new. Financial accounting global settings new. Ledgers. Ledgers. Fiscal year and posting periods. Fiscal year and posting periods. Next one. Maintain fiscal year variant. Maintain fiscal year variant. Transaction code OB29. This is another important transaction code. So try to remember this OB29. Okay. So let me go in SAP. SPRO. SAP reference IMG. Financial accounting new. Financial accounting new. So financial accounting global settings new. Financial accounting global settings new. Financial accounting global settings new. Ledgers. 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 Fiscal year and posting periods. Okay. Fiscal year and posting periods. Fiscal year and posting periods. Maintain fiscal year variant. Maintain fiscal year variant. Maintain fiscal year variant. OB29 transaction code. Transaction code OB29. Okay. IMG activity button. IMG activity button. Okay. IMG activity button. Now these all are defined. Many are. So click on position button. Click on position button. So which variant we are going to take? Which variant we are going to take?
V3.
V3. So V3, give V3. Give V3. Give fiscal year variant V3. Okay. Select fiscal year variant V3. Select V3 variant. Select V3 variant. So we are not going to create, just we are copying V3 variant. Okay. So here there is an option called copy as button. So when we do copy, all the attributes, whatever features are there in the V3, that will be copied to our variant. Okay. So here, what is my variant? I'm going to take, I'm taking it as an LV. Okay. LV. Okay. So here I'll take. Okay. I'll take it as an Lahari. 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 April to March. April to March. With 4 special periods. Is it a year dependent? Is it a year dependent? Do I need to select year dependent?
No.
No, sir.
Because we need to follow automatically, it will pick. Okay. Okay, don't select year dependent. In real time also, normally we won't select. 99.9%. Is it a calendar year?
No, non-calendar.
Not. So year dependent, calendar year. Okay, so we need to leave these two check boxes. It's not a year dependent, not calendar year. Okay, if you want, you can write down fiscal year variant. FE stands for description, year dependent, calendar year, number of posting periods, 12 periods, and number of special periods, 4 special periods. Okay. Okay, press enter. Press enter. You can see how many attributes are copied here. Okay, click on copy all. You can see here. Click on copy all. So total 508 attributes will be copied. 508 or 509. See here. Number of dependent attributes copied is 508. If we are not copying, then we need to define everything manually. This 508 attributes. So in real time also, we will copy or we will take V3 as it is as per the client requirement. Clear? Manually, we won't define anything. We will copy whatever SAP standard is providing, that we will copy and we will rename it as per the client requirement. Okay. So click on OK button. So LV is created. Now click on save button. Click on save button. So next week, I'm going to take for all the batches regarding this transport request. It is very important. So I'll explain in the next week session, transport request for all. I'll club all the batches in this particular batch. So, and we will take one session on a transport request, how to move from one server to another server and all. Click on OK. Continue. Okay. So you can see our variant has been created here. Okay. Now select LV. Select. Now you can see select LV. So we have not defined LV periods and period text and all, right? Automatically it will show. Double click on periods. Double click on periods. So you can see here, whatever we see, fiscal year variant LV, number of posting periods 12, and number of special periods. So whatever I have explained, the same thing it will showing here. First period 31, 10th period. This is January. Here, from here it will start. This is my first period. So 0, year shift is 0. You remember? This is the year shift. So April 0. From December till here 9 periods. And this is my 10th period minus 1. Okay. Any questions? So we didn't define. If you want to create your own variant, then you need to manually do this. We have to do manually. And here also we have not selected year dependent, calendar year. Any questions still here? Yes, no.
No, nothing from mine.
Okay. So next one. Double click on period texts. Double click on period text. So there are total different 496 language text it is defined, like 496. So if you want to check, click on position button, give language EN, give language EN, English. You can see here. Fourth period, not first period, that is nothing but month, fourth month, April. April is my first period. Everything is defined. 13 special periods, 13. We are explaining to the system. This is April would be my first period. May would be my second period. December would be my 9th period. Okay. January we have taken it as a 10th period. Okay. If we copy from V6, then July will be your first period. Okay. Next one. Next step. Any questions still here? Anyone? Understood this concept, fiscal year concept? Yes, no?
Yeah, it's clear.
Next one, write down next step. Assign fiscal year variant to company codes. Next step, write down. Assign fiscal year variant to company codes. Assign fiscal year variant to company codes. Next one. Assign company code to fiscal year. Path same as above. Till fiscal year and posting periods. Till fiscal year and posting periods. From there select. From there select. Assign company code to fiscal year variant. Assign company code to fiscal year variant. Transaction code. OB37. 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 Okay. So whatever variant, remember that our variant is now LV for April to March. So press back button, click on save button. Okay, press back button, OB37. Assign company code to fiscal year variant, OB37. Okay, click on position button, click on position button, click on position button, company code, give company code LI01, give company code LI01. Now select your fiscal year variant. If you don't remember your variant, then search. So here, alphabetical order, press F4 and select your fiscal year. LV. Okay. LV is assigned to LI01 company code. So press F4 for second also. So I remember. So LV Lahari. LV Lahari. Just write it down. LV, LV. Okay, LV, you can see here now. So 3 company codes I have assigned Lahari April to March, 4 special periods. For all the company codes. We are following the same fiscal year for all the company codes. Then only 1:n methodology is possible. Okay, everyone.
Yes.
Okay, click on save button. Okay, same Adani, we need to change our own request. Select your request. Lahari. Okay, click on OK button. Any questions on fiscal year variant?
No, nothing. Mine.
So we are done with this particular part. This is completed. Fiscal year variant is also completed. Next one, put a heading as a posting period variant. I'll just give the introduction and we'll close it. Posting period variant. Posting period variant. Right now. Posting period variant. Okay, what we have done, we have copied V3 variant. We have copied V3 variant. And we have given our variant as an LV, correct? We have copied our V3 variant and we have defined our own variant called LV, and we created LV. We'll created LV, and what we have done, we have assigned to our 3 company codes. What are the company codes? LI01, LI02, and LU01. LI01, LI02, and LU01. Okay, with 12 normal periods and plus 4 special periods. Okay, so here, if the periods, total how many periods are there here now? Total
16.
16, right? If all the periods are open in the system, all the periods are open, the person who is entering, probably the entry level person, is recording the transactions in the books of accounts associate, right? So he can enter the transaction in any period. He can enter the transaction in any period. If he open all the periods, okay, we are in month of January or February, he can post in the previous period or he can post in the next month also. Correct. So what happens if we are posting this month transaction in the last month date, or we are posting this month transaction in the next month date? So we want to get the accurate result. Okay, so to control this activity, SAP has given a feature called open and close posting period. Okay, there is an option called open and close, means manually we can close which period we want to close and which periods we want to open. So with that we can control. So if whatever we can close all the 11 periods and we can open only one period, current period. Then what happens is the end user can enter the transactions only in that particular period only. In that particular period only. Is that clear? Okay. Close and posting, which period need to be open, which period need to be open, and which period need to be closed. So that will be defined in posting period variant. Okay. Live environment, normally what I saw is current period will be opened and and previous period also for few days. Workday 1, workday 2, workday 3, like that, whatever work does. So the 3 to 4 days that will be open. Previous period and current period will be opened. Clear, everyone? To record the adjustment entries. Remaining all periods will be closed. Write down. Posting period variant. Posting period variant is a component in posting period variant is a component in company code global parameters. Company code global parameters. Company code global parameters. Based on this, we can control. Based on this, we can control normal periods. We can control normal periods and special periods. Okay. Normal periods and special periods. Okay. Next one. Posting period variant. Posting period variant helps to open the periods, or close the periods, open the periods or close the periods for selected GL accounts or all accounts. Okay. Specified GL accounts or all accounts. Okay, so what do you mean by specified GL account in the sense? So for example, I'm categorized my GL accounts 4 categories: liabilities, assets, expenses, and incomes. So I want the entries need not to be posted on assets and liabilities. Okay, assets and liabilities, the period should be closed. And for expenses and income, the period should be opened. Or the period should be closed for expenses and incomes, and period should be closed for assets and liabilities. Okay. Or the period should be closed for all the accounts. Okay. And same time, we want to open the periods for only for few users, and other users we can close it. Clear? Or we want to close for all the users. Okay. So we can give these parameters in posting period variant. Clear? Any questions here? Any questions here?
No, sir.
Okay. So understood, right? What do you mean? I'll explain this posting period. What do you mean by posting period variant? Posting period variance helps in controlling the open and closing periods. So what is the need of control in the sense? The user is not supposed to enter any transaction in the wrong period. Clear? If we entered any entry in the wrong period, then that will impact our financial reports. So to control that, to get an accurate report, so this posting period variant will help us, helps the users. Any questions here?
No.
Okay. So what we'll do, I'll stop here itself for today, and tomorrow we'll continue the session with continuity of posting period variant. Okay. Hope the practice is going on, everyone's practice.
Yes.
Yeah, again, practice in the sense, please, again, I'm reiterating. number of times you have to repeat. Okay. First 3 times, try to do as it is. Fourth time, think it why we are doing this particular step. Clear? Then only we will understand why we are doing this particular step, and we will remember the transaction codes. Or else it's not possible to remember the transaction codes. Why and what? That is very important. Fine, everyone. Okay. Any questions before I call it for today?
No, nothing from me.
Okay.
Navin,
Yes, sir.
Navin, I just wanted to know that, like, Navin, we have missed a couple of classes. So, like, are you going to take extra classes this week or like coming
No,
month?
no. Actually, this week I'm at my client place. So probably
Okay.
next week also I'll be at client place only. So the other week onwards we'll stretch little and we will continue.
Okay, Navin.
Yeah, we will just not an issue because the initial level, if you spend more time, see, whenever we don't have a class, I'll just stop this